Welcome everyone. My name is Professor Ivan Parkin and I am Dean of the Faculty of Mathematical and Physical Sciences. It is my honour and privilege to welcome you to UCL's 2021 virtual graduation ceremony. I'm delighted to see so many graduates from the Department of Chemistry and Science and Technology Studies here with us today. And I know that we have many family and friends watching as well. We hope you are as proud as we are of this group and what they have achieved. Obviously, we wish we could have been celebrating in different circumstances this summer, but until we can celebrate safely together, I'm delighted that we are able to come together to do so virtually today. We'll try our very best to replicate the experience you would have had this summer. We will be sharing a short video from our provost. You'll hear speeches from myself, Professor Claire Colmolt, Professor John Agar, and we'll also hear from an alumnus about what life is like after you finish your degree at UCL. But first, a little housekeeping. I'm sure many of us are quite familiar now with virtual meetings. Please do feel free to share messages of congratulations in the chat function at the bottom of your screen. But otherwise, please stay muted unless called on to unmute. Graduands, we will be announcing names in groups. Once your name has been announced, we encourage you to turn your camera on, and at the end of each group, we will offer you our congratulations and then ask you to turn your cameras off before we move to the next group. Now, I want to introduce you to our virtual platform party that joined us today to celebrate with you and who you can also see on your screens. Colleagues, as I introduce you, please do unmute yourselves and say hello to our audience. Dr. Caroline Knapp.
Hi everyone, congratulations to you all. I know you've all worked extremely hard, especially this year. You've overcome enormous obstacles and we're all very proud of you. So well done and enjoy this time.
Professor Mike Porter.
Hello, congratulations to everyone who's graduating today. You've all shown enormous resilience in continuing your studies through the pandemic, and you really should be very proud of what you've achieved, so well done.
Professor Jack Stilgo.
Hello everybody, it's a joy to be here and nice to have an excuse to put some smart clothes on the top halves of our bodies. I look forward to this ceremony. I know it's not ideal, but as we get back to normal, it's lovely to be able to celebrate all of your achievements.
Professor Claire Colmalt.
Hello everyone, and huge congratulations to you all. We're so proud of everyone for how you've managed through this really challenging time. You should be hugely proud of yourselves.
Professor Catherine Holt.
Hello everybody and congratulations. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces on the participant list, and it's a shame that we can't be together in person. But congratulations and enjoy the day.
Professor Stephen Hawarka.
Congratulations, you have done very well. This is a special day after a very, very tough year. Enjoy today with your family and friends. Congratulations.
Dr. Dewi Lewis.
Congratulations, one and all. Just to echo everything that's been said already. That's the problem, going a little bit halfway down, isn't it? But well done, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the day doing whatever it is that you want to do.
Dr. River Riley.
Woohoo! You did it. Congratulations. So proud of everyone. Go out there and enjoy it because you've earned it. Congratulations.
Professor Jamie Baker.
Hi all, huge congratulations. So impressed with you all. It's been such a pleasure teaching many of you over the years, and what a crazy year, but what resilience and new skills you've had to develop to kind of find your way through it. So huge congrats.
Professor Darren Caruana.
Congratulations, everybody. I want to call out the parents and carers and siblings who have been absolute support to everybody who graduated. So congratulations and thank you, everybody.
Dr. J.O. Capps.
Hi, everyone. Huge congratulations on these accomplishments that you've made, and best of luck as you start new adventures moving on from UCL now.
Dr. Miguel Rivera.
Hi, everybody. Huge congratulations. It's been a pleasure to teach those of you who I've taught and to learn from you as well. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Professor Alethea Tabor.
Massive congratulations to everybody. I've really enjoyed teaching all the chemists here. Best of luck for all your future endeavours.
Dr. Anna Ruffy.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations, and it's wonderful to see you all again. Congratulations and enjoy today.
And if I haven't asked him already, Professor John Agar.
Great. Really big congratulations to everyone, particularly all our STS students who are graduating today, but chemistry as well. It's such a beautiful day here in London. It would have been wonderful to be doing this in person, but never mind. Let's just say congratulations, well done again, and good luck.
Thank you, John, and thank you all the virtual platform party. I think I've covered everyone. If there's anyone I haven't mentioned, do you want to come in now? Because you all move around on my screen. No, in which case, thank you, and we will now move on. I now declare the ceremony open, and we will now hear from the Provost and President of UCL, Dr. Michael Spence.
Hi everyone, I'm Michael Spence, President and Provost of UCL. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all today to your virtual graduation ceremony, and I'd like to offer my wholehearted congratulations to you as you graduate from UCL and move forward to the next stage of your lives. Of course, I speak to many of you dispersed across the world today. We can agree that this situation isn't and hasn't been ideal, and we'd prefer to celebrate in person, but that doesn't diminish your remarkable achievements in any way. The whole UCL community is behind you, and we're in awe of the resilience that you've shown in the face of the challenges posed by the pandemic. Each of you has shown what you can achieve even under the most trying circumstances. This year marks the 195th anniversary of UCL's founding. We continue to base our principles and beliefs on those of Jeremy Bentham, a commitment to social justice and the availability of education to all. At UCL, we've always believed in changing the world for the better, and as graduates, you'll carry that goal forward. You're a part of UCL's history, but just as importantly of its future too. This is not the end of your UCL journey. You're joining an impressive global alumni community of over 300,000 graduates who support and celebrate each other and who go on to achieve remarkable things around the world. UCL and the alumni community is here for you, not only as you take the next step in your career journey, but for life. So thank you, and congratulations. I look forward to a time when we'll be able to come together in person to further celebrate your amazing achievements.
I'm now delighted to present our graduates. I have pleasure in presenting to you these candidates who've been awarded a Bachelor of Science. The following candidate has been awarded a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Physics. Wang Qing He. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Yaed Ebner Alam. Jack William Barnard. Sebastian Blanco Alorti. Su Yi Chu. Ning Fang. Yu Sheng Hu. Ira Jane. Chen Ming Ki. Raphael Robert Law. Ki Li. Ki Lin.
Hi.
Xin Yu Lin. Zhao Jia Liu. Zhang Tai Lu. Wai Chen Lo. Kai Liam Castle Maxted. Miranda Catherine Malloy. Genevieve Maria Olazabal. Mohammed Miznur Rahman. I would like to pause there and ask my colleagues on the platform party to unmute and give a round of applause and cheer to our esteemed graduates.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
We now continue on with the following candidates who've been awarded a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Ella Marie Sanders Smith. Pranavan Sarav Ananthan. Marwan Samami. Rushab Chitra Shah. Niraj Sundar. Sen D10. Emily Catherine Wojcik. Xin Yu Wang. Jijia Wu. Hu Chun Yao. Charlotte Hillam Young. Yu Zhuan Yu. Yi Ji Zhang. Hao Zhang. Zishen Zhang. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with a European language. Bilan Ali Musa. Minal Nashandra Premji. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Management Studies. Joshua Lawrence Andrew Bailey. Maria Stella Caletti. Rachel Neen Doherty. I would like to pause there and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a round of applause to our esteemed graduates. Well done, guys.
That's great job. Congratulations.
We continue on with the following candidates who've been awarded a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Management Studies. Sargun Preet Sarin. Ji Kui Yi. Na Zhao. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Mathematics, Lin Sheenan Binti Danal Ishwan. Yuan Pu. Jiahui Zhu. Bachelor of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, Xiaixing Li. Tengrong Li. Junyan Wang. Wei Tong Wang. Yun Peng Jia. I'd like to pause there again and further ask my colleagues to celebrate and to clap and cheer our esteemed graduates.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well done.
I now have pleasure in presenting to you these postgraduate candidates who have been awarded a Master in Science. The following candidates have been awarded a Master in Science in Chemistry. Naira Fakhar Ahmed, Rashma Akhtar, Sadia Begum, Bojan Feng, Chan Yi Gi, Jemima Tasnim Haq, Zhou Han Jia, Minami Kotani, Zhen Yu Lim, Yun Liu, Alexa Maraquin, Aisha Mumtaz, Rizwan Mohammed Nobibooks, Xiong Yuk Park, Salma Mohammed Said, Alp Erin Samli, William Thomas Shepherd, Helen Rose Spong, Desmond Tweniboa, Joshua Kenneth Wildman. I would like to further pause there and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a further round of applause and cheer to our esteemed graduates. We continue on with the following candidates who have been awarded a Master in Science in Chemistry. Shui He Yao, Hali Yik, Yu Hang Zheng, Master in Science in Chemistry, International Programme. Maya Isabella Muller, Ki Wang, Master in Science in Chemistry with a European Language, Elizabeth Jo Cosgrove, Master in Science in Chemistry with Management Studies, Bogdan Luka, Master in Science in Chemistry with Mathematics, Zarik Zahir Yousaf, Master of Science in Applied Analytical Chemistry, Ana Isabella Costa Pinto de Govia, Carlo Garibaldi, Maria Manolito, Yuan Shen Shen, Anastasia Svela, Yibo Wang, Master of Science in Chemical Research, Guled Osman Ubkar, Shiza Ather, Connor James Beale, Aliko Chanda, Bethany Clent, James Deng. I'd like to pause there again and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a further round of applause to our esteemed graduates.
Congratulations. Well done.
I love you.
We continue on with the following candidates who've been awarded a Master of Science in Chemical Research. Vincent Hugh Graves. Jia Yu Lee. Fai Fan Lee. Erica Sophia Mondonca Rosa. Kiao Ran. Benedict Matutz Sanders. Ezra Noor Sorsal. Yauda Jin. Jingyi Zhu. Mingfen Zhou. Zhao Meng Zhang. Master of Science in Materials for Energy and Environment. Zhao Hui Shen. Zhao Dong Shen. Ji Shen. Chen Yang Liu. Kwasi Buddha Opuni. Jing Hong Shi. Ben Wang. Shi Pen Wang. Yi Yao Wang. I'd like to pause there again and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a further round of applause and cheer to our esteemed graduates. We continue on with the following candidates who've been awarded a Master of Science in Materials for Energy and Environment. Liz Wang. Jin Yu Yang. Pi Yu Zheng. Bowen Zhang. Master of Science in Molecular Modeling. Jin Hao Han. Zijian Huang. Yifan Zhang. Ji Yao Zhao. Master of Research in Molecular Modeling and Materials Science. Uvareshi Paresh Vyas. Master of Research in Organic Chemistry, Drug Discovery. Shatavarish Bukavalas. Hui Zhong Liu. Olga Tarina. Shu Yi Wang. Ji Yu Zhao. I would like to pause there again and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a further round of applause to our esteemed graduates.
Congratulations, everyone.
We now turn to the successful candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Engineering or a Doctor of Philosophy. Doctoral candidates undertake a programme of independent research over at least 3 years. They must demonstrate a capacity to pursue original-based thought and action and provide a distinct contribution to their subject. A research degree requires total commitment and is at the very pinnacle of academic study. I have pleasure in presenting to you the following candidate who has been awarded a Doctor in Engineering in Chemistry and Microbiology. Dr. Claudio Roberto Olivia Lorenzo. Doctor in Engineering in Molecular Modeling and Materials Science. Dr. Sebastian Charles Dixon. Dr. Francis Louise Hill. Dr. Jennifer Herbert. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Biology. Dr. Stephen Edward Daniel McCarthy. Dr. Yu Wang. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. Dr. Chia Hao Shang. Dr. Weng Shou. Dr. Alexandra Rose Groves. Dr. Amy Jo Lai. I would like to ask the virtual platform party once again to unmute themselves and give a round of applause to our esteemed doctoral graduates. We continue on with the following candidates who've been awarded a Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. Dr. Yu Lu, Dr. Giulio Matidi, Dr. Naomi Ice Omori, Dr. Yu Dao Quinn, Dr. Robert John Eric Westbrook, Dr. Zhang Zhong Zhao, Doctor of Philosophy in Computational Biochemistry, Dr. Alexander Giorgio, Dr. Suzanne Gudrun Elizabeth Thea Escher, Doctor of Philosophy in Computational Materials Chemistry, Dr. Qing Hao, Doctor of Philosophy in Electro-Organic Chemistry, Dr. Peter William Seville, Doctor of Philosophy in Materials Chemistry, Dr. Zhang Guo, Doctor of Philosophy in Nanotechnology for Energy Materials, Dr. Oscar Bentley Jedmeyer Williams, Doctor of Philosophy in Physical Chemistry, Dr. Alice Henley. That concludes all of our candidates from the Department of Chemistry. I would ask the platform party all unmute themselves and give a further round of applause to all of our chemistry graduates. I'm now delighted to invite Professor Claire Colmolt, Head of the Department of Chemistry, to say a few words.
Thank you, Professor Parkin, and a very warm welcome to all of you graduating today, and many, many congratulations on the award of your degree. My colleagues and I are very, very proud of your achievements, and a very warm welcome to your friends and family as well. So last academic year continued to be unpredictable with lockdowns and remote working. However, the attitude from our students, particularly those finishing their degrees, and that's all of you, in such difficult circumstances was incredible, and we thank you all for your understanding and commitment. All our lectures, tutorials and assessments are online for our undergraduate and master's students, and we miss being on campus with all the students, but we're glad that our MSci students who are graduating today were able to come into the department to do their experimental research projects. The MSci students finished their research projects with an online oral presentations in a superb symposium, which really showcased the exciting high quality research that they had been doing during the academic year. We also did have some in-person third year labs running for our BSc students, but actually all students, particularly our master's students, rose to the challenge of remote lab classes and projects where required. Our PhD and ND students have been back in the lab since June last year, and a huge congratulations to those of you who have managed to complete, write your thesis and graduate today despite all of the disruptions. Last academic year, staff in the chemistry department continued to be involved in really exciting research, which continued throughout the lockdowns and the remote working. And we were really delighted with the news that Professor Richard Catlow received a knighthood in the 2020 Queen's Birthday Honours for services to leadership in science and research. And two members of the staff received awards from the Royal Society of Chemistry, with Professor David Scanlon being awarded the Materials Chemistry Division Early Career Award, and Professor Vijay Chudasama the Organic Division Higginbottom Award. And Professor Matt Powner was honoured in the prestigious 2021 Blavatnik Awards in recognition of his work on the origins of life. So despite all the challenges, we continue to stay connected as a department with a real sense of community. Please don't forget, as you graduate, you are still part of our community, and we look forward to finding out what your future holds. You will shortly be graduates from one, or you are graduates, some of you, from one of the top institutions in the world. So please do believe in yourselves, but never stop learning, and we are sure you will achieve great things. To take a quote from Richard Feynman, nobody ever figures out what life is all about, and it doesn't matter. Explore the world. Nearly everything is really interesting if you go into it deeply enough. So you should feel hugely proud of yourselves for having reached this point. And of course, don't forget to thank your family and friends who have no doubt been of great support to you. So many congratulations again. I hope you have enjoyed this virtual graduation. We're sorry not to be with you in person, but please do keep in touch with us, and the very best of luck to you all for your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Carmolt. I'm delighted to continue the presentation of our graduates. I now have pleasure in presenting to you these candidates from the Department of Science and Technology Studies who've been awarded a Bachelor of Science or a Master of Science. The following candidates have been awarded a Bachelor of Science in History and Philosophy of Science. Robbie Brown, Caroline Francois Nelly Dry, Alexander Hancock, Alina Khan, Miriam Maslin, Alice Amelia Juliet Perkins, Jake Frederick William Wahid Yaxley, Bachelor of Science in Science and Society, Amira Abdul Haq, Claudia Fernandez de Corba Farini, Jin Yan Guo, Yu Zhao He, Jacqueline Xing, Sumerjit Kaur Lally, Odile Manon Lennon, Isa Aline Laidi Mas, Lucas Long Renalou. I would like to pause there and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a further round of applause and cheers for our esteemed graduates.
Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Well done from STS.
We now move on to our postgraduate candidates. I now have pleasure in presenting to you these candidates who've been awarded a Master of Science. The following candidates have been awarded a Master of Science in History and Philosophy of Science. Anna Di Padova, Jessie Foreman, Catherine Genevieve Mary Lucas, Vivian Vix, Master of Science in Science, Technology and Society, Louise Ale Durant Dit Leonard, Jaspreet Kaur Jagdev, Meng Yuan Lee, Callie Burdock Suet Meath, Roberta Spada, Camelia Binti Mohammed Thomas, Ao Wang, Jingying Wang, Isa Worth, Andrea Naomi Yanez Cunningham, Yuan Yuan, Hani Mohammed Abdullah Yusuf, Yi Quin Zhao. I'd like to pause there and ask my colleagues to unmute and give a further round of applause to our esteemed graduates.
Congratulations.
Well done.
We now turn to the successful candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy. Doctoral candidates undertake a program of independent research over at least 3 years. They must demonstrate a capacity to pursue original-based thought and action and provide a distinct contribution to their subject. A research degree requires total commitment and is at the very pinnacle of academic study. I have pleasure in presenting to you the following candidate who has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in History and Philosophy of Science. Dr. Rebecca Martin. Doctor of Philosophy in Science and Technology Studies. Dr. Qin Yan Zhang. That concludes all of our candidates. I would like to ask the virtual platform party to all unmute themselves and to give a further round of applause to all of our graduates.
Yay. Well done.
I'm now delighted to invite the head of department or joint head of department for Science and Technology Study, Professor John Agar, to say a few words. John.
Hi, everyone. If someone could start my video, that'd be fantastic. That's great. Way, fantastic. So it's just wonderful to be here and to be able to give you a speech. I'm John Agar, and as co-head of Department of Science and Technology Studies with Professor Emma Tobin, I am just delighted to be able to say a few words in honour of our new graduates. So first of all, I want to say again, a mighty congratulations to you all. Whether you've been a student over the last year or an undergraduate for the past 3 years or a PhD student for longer, we are so proud of you. So it's been a difficult year with COVID and lockdown and social distancing, and that is hard for a department which prides itself on our closeness, on being a community. But it's as a community that we have pulled together, and it's as a community that we teach, research, and thrive. Our pride in how well you have done comes from that communal feeling. So today, we not only look back at what we've done together, but we're also looking forward. We're going to remember the joyful discussions we've had in seminars when we explored new ideas, and we're going to remember the insights hard won from focused research, from your dissertations. And in your time with us, we've worked together, gaining new perspectives and building character as well. And what you have, and it's personally what I think really makes Science and Technology Studies, STS, such a desirable subject, is breadth. In your time with us, you might have studied everything from ancient Babylonian astronomy to the self-driving cars of the future. We respect the great forces of modern life, science and technology, but we know that to understand how they shape the world, we need to understand how they fit in the world, in different societies, for different people with different interests and different needs. And if the past year has shown us anything, it's that following the science is not simple. Following the science quickly leads to questions about politics, society, fairness, how to communicate, and how to live well. And those are STS questions with STS answers. Science and Technology Studies is not only broad, it's also relevant, even essential. And what you have studied, I think, was going to serve you well, because the world is changing and much is uncertain. But as you move from being a student to whatever you're doing next, you're better equipped to understand that world and to shape it for the better. So yes, we are immensely proud of what you've achieved, but we are just as excited to find out what you will do next. So please do keep in contact. You're part of not only a UCL family, but particularly an STS family. And we just absolutely delighted for what you've done and achieved. and we're looking forward to seeing what you do next. So I'm now delighted also to invite our Dean, Professor Ivan Parkin, to give his faculty address.
Thank you very much, Professor Agar. Well done. You've now graduated from UCL. It has been a long and especially challenging road. The pandemic has affected everything in our lives, and in particular your study. You've had to learn new ways of working, and we've been working with you to try and give you the very best education that we can in what has been really trying circumstances. We are really proud of your resilience and achievements, and we look forward to helping you in the future. Your success is down to your efforts and your hard work. But I'd like to just turn to some of the things which both chemistry and STS have done over the last year or so, and in particular, focusing on what we've done to try and help with the COVID situation. And it's been quite dramatic, actually. In STS, we've had Sarah Edwards, which has been advising the NHS about ethics of treating COVID patients. Really quite an extensive piece of work, really done incredibly well and really important. In chemistry, we've gone from quite small scale activity with looking at making hand sanitizers, around 4,000 or 5,000 litres of the stuff to distribute to hospitals right at the start of the pandemic. All the way through to work that's been done by Professor Stefan Hawarka, who's here today, which has helped to prototype the various variants of COVID-19. Now, the way in which that's done, and the majority of cases, and why the UK is a leader, is in part due to the work that Stefan and his group have been doing at UCL over a number of years. So we really have pitched up, we really have tried to help, and we really have tried to make a difference. I would like to take this opportunity to really thank those that are here supporting you today or supporting you in their thoughts. And that is in particular your family and friends. A degree, I often say, is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You can't get it over with in just a month or one exam. You have to work consistently year upon year. And you've done it. You've got there. You've graduated today. But you wouldn't really be here without the unwavering love, support, guidance, and help of your family and friends. So it's to them that I really thank today for getting you to this point. I'd also like to thank the professional services staff who work tirelessly behind the scenes, especially in chemistry and STS. I know they have your best interests at heart, and also the academic staff who've really bent over backwards to try and help make this a really meaningful experience for you. And we really do want to maintain our contact with you in the future. You are our ambassadors that are going out into the world. And it's really important for us to be able to support you in whatever you plan to do. And you will surprise yourself and you will surprise us in what you do with your ingenuity, with your career paths, whatever you try and do, whatever you manage to do, whatever you achieve, we will be there on the sidelines cheering you on. We'd like to hear about your endeavours. And if you need support through careers or other activities, we are really here to help you. There are a multitude of opportunities in front of you, from further study, employment in the UK to employment abroad. And your degrees really do act as a passport to enable you to take the next steps in your life. I'd particularly like to thank a number of my PhD students who I didn't realise were all graduating today. So I won't mention all their names, but there's a lot of you and you know who you are. So I'm immensely proud personally of everything you've done. But for all of us, today is your day to celebrate. You've done exceptionally well, really well done. As Dean of the Faculty, I now have the pleasure of formally conferring your degrees. In a moment, we're going to hear from one of our alumni members, and in fact, an alumni member from the chemistry department and one of my ex-PhD students, it turns out. Dr. Suze Kundu completed her Bachelor of Science in Chemistry in 2005 and her PhD in Chemistry at UCL in 2012. Suze is a nanochemist and a science communicator, and since 2018 has been head of public engagement at Digital Science a technology company that invests in and nurtures tools that make research the most effective and efficient it can be. Prior to this, Suze was an academic for 6 years, teaching at Imperial College London and at the University of Surrey. Suze is a vocal ally for better representation of all people in science and STEM careers in general. Through her role at Digital Science, she's involved with the Research on Research Institute, who amongst other things are helping identify the barriers to diverse inclusion in all research processes and recommending solutions. Suze has spoken on a number of occasions at the Royal Institution and has presented shows on the Discovery Channel and National Geographic, as well as being a science writer for Forbes. We are now going to play a video from Sujata Kundu.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Suze Kundu. I'm a science communicator, presenter, writer and head of public engagement at Digital Science, a research tech company. I studied for my BSc and PhD at UCL Chemistry in the Faculty of Mathematical and Physical Sciences. Congratulations on your graduation. This may not be the graduation day that you imagined, but that makes today even more poignant as graduates in unprecedented times. You've had to work harder than any other cohort to get here, and you deserve to celebrate today. Switching to online learning may have felt quite heartbreaking, especially when you're studying in one of the best cities in the world, but I have no doubt that your lecturers, tutors and lab supervisors pivoted to online formats with enthusiasm and innovation. So as they prepare for another academic year full of uncertainty, don't forget to thank them for the role they played in the success you celebrate today. Take a moment to also reflect on the people that supported you through your degree, your family, friends and fellow graduates. Although graduation feels like an ending, the friendships you've made here will last throughout your lives. When I got married 3 years ago, one of the things I had to do was dance to a certain Kylie Minogue song with my friend Disa, who was the first person I ever spoke to on my first day at UCL. Almost 2 decades on, we're still firm friends and always will be, because for one thing, she knows far too much. You'll find other UCL graduates everywhere you go, often spotted by their open-mindedness, their willingness to help others, and their desire to seek out truth and evidence in what is now a world of information. These core values, combined with the work hard, play hard attitude instilled in us, often over too many blue cocktails at the Union, will stay with you wherever you go. UCL graduates aren't afraid to speak up and to amplify the voices of those with less of a platform. These values of inclusion are rooted in the ethos of our university, which was one of the first in England to admit women, as well as people of all cultures, races and religions. The fundamental belief that all humans are equal, that their contributions to science and society are equally valuable, and that all people should be able to unashamedly be their best selves are all UCL values I know you'll strive to uphold in your futures. You'll frequently be reminded of your time at UCL, partly because we're always in the news, mostly because every movie ever made seems to have been filmed on location in our gorgeous campus. You too will be hit by a wave of nostalgia every time you see the lecture theatre that Professor Paul Macmillan taught you electrochemistry in, masquerading as the Sorbonne in Inception, and you remember your days here with real fondness. And if you ever feel like you're missing it, I urge you to connect with the UCL Alumni Network. You'll be able to access resources to help support your careers, and most importantly, you'll find out the date of the Carol concert in the Quad, something that still features in my countdown to Christmas to this day. I've spoken about being your best self, and I'm no exception, so allow me to paraphrase Elle Woods from Legally Blonde to conclude my message to you today. You must always have faith in people, and most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. Congratulations, Team UCL. We did
it! Before we close the ceremony, I think we need one final round of applause, and this time you can really let yourselves go. Well done, guys.
Well done, everyone.
Hey.
Congratulations all.
Enjoy the day. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, and most importantly, our graduates. That concludes our virtual graduation ceremony. I offer you my wholehearted congratulations and my very best wishes for the future. Thank you.